came to talk to people who understand the weight of their pregnancy, that if they fail, 4 generations will cry. Our generation is too busy to waste their time with people who don't have anything to offer. The time you spend complaining on who like you and who don't like you, go and get some.
I speak over your life. Your celebration will not be cut short.
I come as an extension of an apostolic and a prophetic grace to stand in agreement with you.
You don't serve a dead cat. You serve a mighty God. He's the same yesterday. He's the same today. He's the same forever.
When your poverty is laziness connected, we teach you principles. Verse 22. It says, why the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not what? The first line say, why the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest. Acts chapter 20 verse 25. I think he said it's more blessed to give than to receive. And now behold, I know that ye are among whom I have gone preaching. Act 20:35. Sorry, 35. Thank you, my Father. It said, I have showed you all things, how that so laboring ye ought to support the weak, and to remember the words of the Lord Jesus, how he said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. In Luke 6:38, he said, give, it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, shall men give to your bosom. I just want to speak briefly on what the title, enjoying harvest for life. Someone say harvest for life. Enjoying harvest for life. Every one of you must understand that there are people who, by virtue of one investment, they are just living a life of investment. Permit my English. You can be blessed for life. I heard somebody said, treat me well today because you will need me tomorrow. Very true. But the statement, if I go by the intentions and the motive of the speaker, is speaking from the fact that no condition is permanent. You that have today may not have tomorrow. That statement used to be 100% correct until our generation begin to step up. There is the kind of investment in God and in life that brings a balance that you can never be small in life again. Not everybody goes up and come down. It is when men don't understand the balancing, that's when they go up and come down. You cannot be physically wise, spiritually at alert, and live a down life. No, sir. When men, the Bible says, invest in heaven, keep your treasures in heaven where thieves can't enter. This man had practical investment. He has practical investment, spiritual investment, such that heaven is committed to the man's case. Not every man goes down, because when God is committed to your case, life can put you in the grave, but you must come out on the third day. Because your resurrection is committed to divine backing, not human effort. Life will bring men down, but not all men are permitted to remain down. Job came down, God brought him back. and it was twice bigger than it used to be. So hear me well, if you must enjoy harvest for life, then number one, you must have an investment mentality. I wrote here, I said, invest in assets more than you invest in liabilities. A pastor walked into this auditorium, appreciated what is here during the conference, and he made the statement. He said, sir, few years from today, these screens that we celebrate will be obsolete. They'll be out. They'll be new. By virtue of technological advancement, there'll be new ones that are coming up. Now, while he was talking, I was thinking, am I speaking to someone? That tells you that you must have an ability to replace when the time comes, or else you will begin to live the life of former glory. Invest in assets. Fire can finish a car. Fire can bring down many things, but fire cannot drop the value of a land. A car can have accident, land don't have accident. In fact, when fire burns a land, the value goes up. But when fire burns a car, the value is gone. Invest in asset. If you must enjoy harvest for life, listen to me, you must understand that not every day you will have the harvest that has to do with 7 fat cows. It is what you do with your 7 fat cows that determines how you will reign in the days of 17 cows. Many of us have abused our days of fatness, so we are begging in the days of our teenness. Have an investment mentality. Make a future out of almost everything you get as an harvest. That is why when a man who farms yam goes to the farm and harvests the yam, in every tuber there is the seed and there's the tuber. Am I speaking here? There is a part that is eatable and there's a part that is plantable. You eat the edible and keep the plantable. When you see them building their seeds, they are only securing themselves for the next planting season. Stop eating all your harvest without a plant to replant. Have an investment mentality, because harvest is coming, doors are opening, your rain is falling. I was talking to my daughter yesterday, my first daughter. Something happened, and then she made a statement that brought me to her. I said, this is what my father suffered, which I had to learn from. I said, don't try it. Why you empower others, empower yourself, so that one day others will come and tell you, what did you do with what you have? By the grace of God, I don't think my daughters will be my children will be in critical condition that it will be my uncles or brothers that will save them. No, sir. They will need them, but not at a junction where it's as if their father failed. Your father trained men and never gave you a place to rest your head. That's why after he left, landlord is insulting your mother, and every day you are thinking twice. The heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can know it? So help men, but don't expect anything from men, because men can change. Have you not heard men say, I can't eat your oil and fight you? I can't drive your metal and be your enemy. The day they took a decision to fight, they forgot their statement. I say, help people, but make sure that you that's why the Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself. Hello, church. Invest in asset that is not perishable. If you must enjoy harvest for life, then have what it takes to enjoy life for life. Stop living a life of liabilities. Stop living a life of liabilities. Cars is not It's not an asset, it's a liability. The moment you drive it out of the garage, it begins to depreciate. It begins to depreciate. At your level now, you should reduce what takes your money and increase what gives you money. Reduce what takes your money and increase what gives you money. Your car takes your money. Is it true? Gas takes your money. Your hair takes your money. Everything takes your money. What gives you money? Everything is depending on that salary. 65,000 that they pay you. And that's how you are increasing your level in life without increasing your income. Am I talking to someone? If 3-bedroom flat is frustrating you, go to 1-room and parlor, so that you reduce what goes out of you, so you can have enough to invest. Some of you don't have business where you are. You don't. Papa said it, I often say it as it were. You don't. Any level you struggle to maintain is not your level. You want to be mobile, you have to have something you drive. There are some of you now, you have no business with 8-plug vehicle. Neither do you have business with 6-plug. You can afford 4 by virtue of maintenance. Go for 4. Some of you, because you can't buy fuel, drive bicycle that does not need fuel. You want to be mobile so that people will see that you also drive something. Drive bicycle. If I drive wheelbarrow. Am I talking to somebody? Drive bicycle. Bicycle in this side of the world is a judge for the poor. Abroad, the rich drive bicycle. In Belgium, people drive their bicycles because in moving from place to place, you are improving your health. Am I talking to someone? If you must enjoy harvest for life, you have to know that life may not always give you this strength to have. So you must plan for the rainy day. If you didn't learn anything from COVID-19, you agree with me that COVID season 2019-2020 must have taught you that a time comes in your life that is what you have kept that will keep you. You can't eat all you get and expect to secure a future. No, sir. No, sir. I've seen the rich frustrated. And they start, you know what they call distress sales? Distress sales means someone who once has it is in problem and needs to sell it. Under urgency. How? There are many rich people who turn all their money into asset. And when they are faced with emergency, they sell asset to get money. While there are some, they do what they do, they have a minimal balance in case of contingency. You must have a plan. I have never been weighed down by any decision I have taken. Can I tell you why? I don't draw plans on people's pocket. I draw plans on my ability. If my faith can't take it, my money should handle it. That's why in this church, as I announce a project, we give giving opportunity to people. Whether you redeem the vow or not, the project starts. Why? Because we understand that God blessed us for his sake. So we are not stingy towards his assignment. Am I talking to someone? It's for any man that shall build the house must first count the cost. Count your cost. Invest. Invest in asset more than liabilities. Develop ideas that can stand the test of time. Papa said, he said, don't pray to reign, pray to last. Do you have what it takes to last? Am I talking to somebody? Number 2, under invest. Invest have human capacity investment. Invest in people. Don't jump investing in everybody. First, find out who the person is before you move into the person's matter. Because there is a time of your life when your security in the future is the people you have empowered today. By the grace of God, today I travel all over the world, privileged by grace. 90% of areas I have entered, I enjoyed the investment I've done yesterday. I was in New York. I met Kelvin, a young boy in ENQUIRY area in Sapele Road those days, who in our little way we played a role in his life. And he said to me, you are in my place. I have come to take my place. I was in South Africa and someone gave me his credit card years ago and said, anything you want, leave on me till you leave. I'm talking about, I needed self-control not to abuse that privilege. Whether you like it or not everybody you have helped is useless. Some are useful. One must come back. One must come back. One must come back. In fact, you don't need the nine that will come back and tell you stories. You need the one who will come back and do the needful. Invest in people. Invest in people. Invest in people. So there was a time in my life I was not just paying rent, paying school fees on compulsory basis for a lot of people. Some their children were attending school that my children were not attending. Because one of them said he believes in sound education. And I gave him support. As at when he was paying 100 something for his children's school, mine were paying 25,000 in Obalodu multi-service. That was when I knew that not all school with big name carry content. That school built them. But that was where I was. This one that everybody is in trouble when there is time to pay school fees, you are beginning to sew your coat not according to your material. Am I speaking to someone? From my day one till day today, I have never been a liability. No, sir. There was a time we go to the hills of Ikorodu to go and climb truck, anointed trailer and truck. Why? The man was a plus to my life. And then he believes in the anointing I carry. Oh God, what do you do? He said, they do all no. May we go, I'll go climb truck, pouring oil. At least you should be important to somebody. He said, suffer it to be so that we might fulfill. Stop staying with person and you are forming a God for the person. They'll pursue you, go on that bridge. Number 2, be passionately connected to your source of productivity. Never play with your raw materials. Wherever you get raw materials for. In economy, they said, inciting a company, you must have 2 things in mind. Either proximity to market or proximity to raw materials. If you must enjoy harvest for life, you must have continuous connection with your source. Imagine a man setting up a gold mine and have no connection with a gold dump. You must be connected to where they get the gold before you set up a gold mining company. Because you finish building the company and you have nothing to work on. So it is. You can't expect to enjoy God without staying connected to God. If God is your source, which he is ultimately, you must be connected. For you to keep enjoying harvest, you must have connection to source. Am I talking to somebody here? The Bible said the prodigal son demanded for his portion. And what did he do? Bible said he went to a far country. That means he went from his father. And everything was gone. Because no matter who you are today, if you lose connection with the source, you will soon expire. That's why Moses said, if your presence don't go with us, we go nowhere. You must have connection to your source. Disconnecting from your source is to die before your time. The man said, even the servants in my father's house are better than this. What was he saying? My source is too loaded for me to be eating with swines. Get back to source. Disconnecting from God is like setting up a cement company that has no cement. Is it limestone section? Am I talking? There's a place of raw materials. There is a place of human capability. If human beings are the secret of your harvest, stay connected to them continually. Treat them well, and you keep enjoying multiplication. They asked a man of an oil company, what is the secret of your strength? He said, the job that one man will do in 100 days, I get 100 men to do it in 1 day. So my turnover is heavy. So in 100 days, I've gotten 100 men to give me what take another company 1 man for 100 days. There's a point you get to, you know that human beings are the secret of your increase. Give them attention. Am I talking here? Number 4, don't ever be a gambler. Know what you are doing that is working for you. Somebody didn't hear what I said. Know what you are doing that is what working for you. If you must enjoy harvest for life, don't be a gambler. Know what you are doing. Bible said when they were faced with challenges, they went back in Acts chapter 4 to where they first met with grace. Jacob went back to Bethel where he first met God. You must know what you do that makes you great. Papa said what is gotten by prayer is sustained by prayers. You can't rise by prayer and suddenly want to drop prayers. You become a prayer. Before you become a prayer point in the mouth of prayer warriors, don't stop praying the prayer that made you great. Yes, I know the things I'm doing that is working for me. That's why I said the reason why you hate me is the reason why I'm increasing. Some pastors were on my case, talking, and I told them clear, the reason why you hate me is the reason why I'm growing. So I refuse to change why I'm growing because you are hating me. Hello here. Am I talking to someone? Please, if you must enjoy harvest for life, know what you are doing. You know, a lot of us, we are great. We don't even know what we did that brought us up. Is it true? Someone shared with me of a great man of God who said he has not over some things. That one of the things that has worked for him is his covenant practice in the place of sacrifice. He knows what he's doing. You were talking now of who you were before you met with Papa and who you have become today. 30-something nations have opened up to you. Things are working. Why? Because you know what you did that brought you to where you are. So when you keep doing it and improving in it, you keep improving. You keep improving. You know what Isaac said to Jacob? To Esau. He said, get me furnace such that I love. That means he has been bringing before. It wasn't a new thing. He's been bringing before. He said, oh Galatians, who has bewitched you? That you started well, now you are deranged. Am I talking to somebody here? You end up bewitched when you lose source of what has made you great. Am I talking at all? Don't be a gambler. Don't be a gambler. Don't be a gambler. If you can stop 2 things in my life, you can stop my greatness. Number 1, stop me from thinking. Number 2, stop me from talking. There are 2 keys I've come to discover. Shut the door. Stop me from praying. Stop me from studying or meditating. You have affected my life. And they came and said, let's conspire together. What shall we do to this Daniel? He said, let us make the king make a decree that no one should pray to another God. And then when they said, Daniel said, you have gotten my secret. You can't stop my source of productivity. He opened the window because he knows connection to God will always deliver you from men's affliction. Never lose God for men, because men will dump you. God cannot abandon you. Never. A few years ago, so I was faced with situations in ministry. I entered my room, I opened the door, and I came to God, the nature of his creation, and I said, Father, the lions didn't eat Daniel because innocence was found in him. I said, Father, if I'm innocent before you, give me a favor that will bring me out of this. And I don't know how till tomorrow I came out. When my enemies were waiting for my death, they saw me laugh out of the lion's den. And then I believe somebody knew that this one is called of God, not a man. A man didn't call you. A man should not dictate for you. No matter what men are saying, be sure that you are innocent before God. Accusations don't last when it's not real. No, sir. There is a God of justice who is seated in heavens, who rules in the affairs of man. It's just a matter of time. Your enemies will beg you for job. Number 4, have a system that works. Set up a structure. Papa was speaking to us in the conference, and he was talking from First Bank. Have a system that works. Have a system that works. Let me say this. God created the heavens and the earth in 6 days. Is it true? And rested on the 7th day. He's still resting. God is not creating again. He has rested. He's still resting. If you must enjoy harvest for life, you must have a system that works. A structure. God is still resting. What did he do? He set up a system and a structure that works. How? He invested himself to make sure he made them male and female. And male and female of each kind, he created them. So before God said, before the Bible said, and God rested, he has set up a structure that works. That's why in his anger, he didn't break his structure. He said to Noah, pick male and female of every kind. I can destroy the world, but I won't destroy my structure. What is the structure? He made Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve gave us Cain and Abel. Cain and Abel, like that. Multiplication. A male tortoise will meet a female tortoise, and they'll give us more tortoise. Like that. So God has a working structure. A working structure. A working structure. It's the structure of multiplication. It's the structure of replenishing. It's a structure. That's God's structure. As long as the earth remains, seed time and harvest shall not cease. What is seed time? Seed is planting, harvest is receiving, return back. I can take you through biological, scientific, and otherwise. It goes back to God's original structure that is working. How? The rains will fall. It will fall and fall until the earth will be soaked. Then after a while, there's a season called summer, dry season in Nigeria. The suns will be heavy. And what will the sun do to the earth and the river? It will suck up the water. It's called evaporation. He said, for when the cloud be full, it will empty itself. Am I speaking? Is he creating rain again? No. He has created a structure that the sun will come. It will lick it up. When the cloud be full, it will come again. That's what you call rainy season and dry season. It's a structure that works. My father met my mother and brought me to earth. I met Gladys and brought treasure to earth. It's a structure that works. If you must enjoy harvest for life, you must have a system that works. You have a corn seed, maize seed, you plant it, you have a cob, you eat it, you bring out. That's why in this side of the world, cashew is very expensive, because cashew nut is sweeter than the fruit. People climb tree to remove nut and leave the unripe fruit to rot in there. When seeds becomes the delight of eaters, the future is becoming a problem. A generation that eats seed will suffer and beg in future, because seed is not for eaters, it's for sowers, while bread is for eaters. Am I talking? If you must enjoy harvest for life, set up a structure. Set up a structure. Set up a structure. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 5. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 5. He that gathereth in summer is a wise son, but he that sleepeth in harvest is a son that causes shame. May you not sleep in harvest. May you not sleep in harvest. Hear me well. If you must enjoy harvest for life, you must be spiritual. You must be spiritual. So we shall spiritual. Say it like you mean it. Say spiritual. Somebody say we don't need prayers. We don't need all this praying. Hello, sir. One affliction is enough to turn a giver to a beggar. One affliction is enough to turn a big man to a beggar. You need God, sir. 90%, if not more, of great men you see, they have a God they answer to. You can't remain on top a freelancer. No, it's not possible, sir. Is it that Ba is with you, or the God of Elijah, or Apostle Suleiman is standing for you? He said, let us go to the mountain. If God be God, let us serve him. When David and Goliath had a confrontation, it got to a junction where it was not the battle of weapons, it was the battle of the gods. He cursed David by his God, and David replied him. He said, the God of Israel will give me your head today. It became the battle of the gods. Don't be deceived. There are men who constantly pay a fast like they pay expatriate to remain afloat in business. Are you aware? The last time they were doing internal Senate election, I was privileged to be in Abuja. I checked into an hotel. See, the floor I was in, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before the presidential suite were occupied. That floor was smelling some kind things. Sir, before the election, men, day and night, sat for their legs. They were not sleeping, they were enchanting. Enchanting. The spiritual still controls the physical. For you to be in charge and you don't know the God of the church, you are a fool. Which God do you present? Men went to consult before they came. You, the God you serve, you have no connection, and you expect to reign. Let somebody tell him that some things can be punctured if you don't have the backings of the God. He said, for the heart of a king is in the hand of the Lord. He turneth it where it pleases him. The making of kings is in God's hands. The making of kings. Church, there are powers. There are powers. Make up your mind. If you must enjoy harvest for life, pay attention. You see all these jewelries you are wearing? I was talking to my wife and she said to me, a certain phone 2023 model is already being test run. Is it 2023? You see the car you are rejoicing about? That car, they are already making another one. Because they understand the gullibleness and the covetousness of a man. So they keep bringing new ones to confuse us. What is the difference? They'll remove bumper, put another bumper. They say this camera has Lumion, this other one has Lumion. Is it that they take advantage of our greed, our covetousness, or they take advantage of our pride? That's how they said a particular vehicle make that they produced about 7 limited, is it limited they call it, spec, and they said a greater number of them is on the high sea coming to Nigeria. Yes. Is it a bad thing? No. If you see, when you have conquered levels, don't be deceived by that guy saying this and this. You can't find a shark in a pond. If God has helped you, enjoy yourself. So far you didn't use children's school fees, you didn't use the money for your wife, for the poor to enjoy. Before your nest of kin will plan your death. Olúwa ẹ tóbi o, ẹ tóbi. Olúwa ẹ tóbi o, ẹ tóbi. Kò sẹ́ni táyọ̀ bí ṣàkàwé rẹ̀ o, ẹ tóbi. Kò sẹ́ni táyọ̀ bí ṣàkàwé rẹ̀ o. If you must enjoy harvest for life, fire any staff that is not productive and invest your life on productive staffs. When you meet a Joseph, remove him from prison. You know what that means? Change his status. Give him Goshen and let him serve you till he die. You hear what I'm saying? Can I talk to you? I called Engineer Toby. I said, Papa is coming. We need to improve our sound. We need to fix linearies. We need to do this. We went to a shop where they sell instruments. And when we started talking, they gave me a bill in millions. And then I was just thinking. And then he said to me, Daddy. I said, what? He said, if you give me this kind of amount, I will go and come back and we'll solve the problem. I said, you don't mean it? The amount he was saying, even the tithe of what I was to pay was bigger. So immediately I brought him. Before he finished talking, I credited him. I said, move. Man of God, he moved and came back. That's what you are saying. At times, it's not how much you have, it's the men you have. Because you can spend millions to buy sound, they'll be fighting. They'll say, my son said, the musicians in this conference, the praise and session was heavy. I said they were heavy because the backup was strong. And I said, if the instrumentalists were stupid, their praise would have been foolish. If sound engineers off the mic, nobody will hear their voice. It is a risk to think that you are reigning because you are a superman. Someone is behind, blowing the fire that is making you reign. Am I talking here? If you must enjoy harvest for life, stop wasting your time with stupid people. If you don't want to go to hell, you are not a fornicator, you are not an adulteress, you are not a thief, and yet you don't want to go to hell. Please be careful of the people you put in your staffs. Because Moses did not enter the promised land because of the people. And the king said, in who else shall we find this spirit? Joseph is in you. Come, we employ you. Prison sentence cancelled. What do you want? There's a particular nation I heard, if they find you an asset, even if you say your dog needs visa, they will give your dog visa. If you say your dog, your rat, your cockroach need visa, for you to be focused, they will give everybody. Why? They have found you a plus. Nations who are outstanding don't keep students at home and spend billions to renovate House of Assembly. Let House of Assembly roof leak. Let students go back to school. We heard there is a misplacement of priority. The future is in trouble. We can't afford to lose our young men. That means the future is sick. No matter how machine manage them, they will soon die. There's a point you get to in your life, you pay attention to the takeover generation. That's to sustain generational harvest. He said to David, there will never be a time when there will be no son to sit on the throne. You know what God was saying? He said that he's trying to tell David that in your greatness I sustain it for life. Am I speaking here? I just came to tell you, if you earn 50,000 naira today, put yourself on 40,000. Let 10 be your savings. Manage yourself for 2 years. Begin to develop an idea you need a capital to invest in. In 2 years, 10,000 is how much? 240. There's a business you can do. Have a plan not to be an insult to your children in the future. Somebody didn't hear what I said. Have a plan. I'm your pastor. I'm your pastor. There are things I can't say. There are things I can't say. If you think tithe and offering is my strength, please, you can come and take it. And then watch me for the next 6 months if I will be broke. No, sir. I understand that a pastor that carries nothing will get nothing. So I went for God for unction. Sir, do you imagine that lady that was to do third operation coming to my office now to give me a seed? You want to query the seed? Do you know how fasting I fasted for the anointing to walk through my life? I told the pastor, stop troubling people. You can't be empty. I expect them to feel you. Bible said Jesus came to the house of Peter's mother-in-law who was sick of fever. The first thing he did was to pray for her. When she became healed, she went into the kitchen and cooked for him. As long as she's sick, she can't cook. Lift your right hand to heaven. You know, wait. I learned that you people play the instrument and then they spread you money, Abby. Do they spray everybody money? The way they spray you money, that's how somebody will give you house because you play. So what do you do? Let me talk to you. What you do is get spiritual about what you do, so that as you play the lead, the evil spirit in Saul will calm down. You know what Saul will do? He will remove you from the bush and bring you to the palace. I love my father so much that every time I'm looking for what to do for him, I'm just looking for a role to play. And then in doing that, he is just appreciating me. God said in Genesis chapter 4, Cain, why are you wroth? Why are you angry? If you had done the right thing, would I not have? Let me say this in closing off. From Genesis to Revelation, if you check where God made mighty statements committed to our humanity, was where men went out of the way on his cause. And the Bible says, Cain and Abel brought. Cain brought of the field. Abel brought a sheep. As at when they brought, revelationally, God just finished cursing the earth. So for Cain to bring from where God cursed, God can accept it. So it's not just about the size of what he brought, it's about where he brought it from. So when Abel brought the sheep, he was bringing as a sacrifice the lamb that is to die. Why Cain was bringing from the ground that God just cursed. Am I talking here? So every time you operate in revelation, you enjoy God's backing. That's why he said to Peter, upon this rock I'll build my church. Why? Because there was a revelation that he caught that brought it to be. Am I talking here? If you go to the king of Moab, is it 2 Kings chapter 3, 26, 27? If you look at it, the Bible says he took his own son, who is supposed to be the heir apparent, slayed him on the wall, and there was a great indignation. God turned against his own people. Why? Because blood, what blood we settle does not go for Zobo. No, sir. And Noah, was his name, brought to God a seed, went to heaven as a sweet smelling savour, and God swore. Solomon came to Gibeon and gave 1,000 burnt sacrifice, and God called him solo. What do you want? The woman with the alabaster box, Jesus said, wherever this gospel is preached, your name will be mentioned. With all due respect, I may not be as rich as you, but there's a heart I have, and it's working for me. Am I speaking to someone? My wife said to me a few months ago, we're talking about some things, and he said, honey, please, for our safety, don't try to be like them. He said, in living this life you have lived, we have seen favor without control. He said, keep living this life and let's keep enjoying God's supply. You have never helped yourself. He has always helped you. There was a time where pastors called me fool. So you are a fool. And the Lord said to me, he said, one man buy with money, I will bring to you cheaply. You can't imagine my word. Leave it. Because to judge me by 5 loaves and 2 fishes is to carry a curse on your head. All you know is my 5 loaves and 2 fishes. The way I fed 5,000 men with 12 baskets is not your business. What happened is that Paul planted, Apollos watered, God brought the increase. Can 5 loaves and 2 fishes feed 5,000 men and 12 baskets to be remaining? Accountants, can you talk to me? No. But he lifted it to heaven and blessed it before he broke it. When God is in your cupboard will build mansion. Yes, sir. The worst thing that can happen to you is to be physical and carnal about your life. Be spiritual. Be spiritual. Be prayerful. Be a covenant practitioner. Be prayerful. It works. It works. It works. We were somewhere. I didn't come to the meeting on time. And there's as if some men were around trying to do some things. And then when I came, somebody came to me and said, I've been waiting for you. I said, what? Gave it to me. It's in the place of faith where I knew that there's something called recovery offering, contact offering. The woman said, for years I have longed to see you. He said, when I heard you were coming, I kept it. I said, why did you transfer it? He said, no, I wanted skin to skin. It's called contact offering. Contact offering. When I received it, it checked some part of my suffering. Church, I pray for you. You will not only hear testimonies, you will become a testimony. In the name of Jesus. Wave those hands and just love him. Ibare Jesu, Ibare Ibare Jesu, Divine.